There she is. How's it going? So I was on a call and
Uh,
with like 10, 12 people, and we were talking. I was saying that I'll be talking to Boise in a few minutes. And we talked about the nature of you guys being, so overly valued
right.
for market, for affordability, et cetera. And one of my guys, PK, he's like, because Boise's awesome.
It is. It's a great place to live.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a very good place to live for buyers here in about 2 months.
Yeah.
So we have 676 active listings in Ada County.
Uh-huh.
We have 650 pendings, which is the exact opposite of what was happening before. We had more pendings than we did listings. So we're headed into a more normal market just from those numbers alone. The
Right.
average days on market has gone up from 6 to 31
In how long of a time frame?
at 3 weeks.
Holy moly. 6 to 31, did you say?
And 30% of our listings are being price changed.
For price reduction.
Mhm. Yeah,
Woo. Now that's a headline right there, Allison.
right.
Wow.
So the Keller Williams, the Gary Keller, who owns Keller Williams, looked at our market and said that we are going to get reductions anywhere from 20 to 40% this year.
Whew.
We're down about 10% right now. And so it's going to be a great time for buyers to get into the market. And quite frankly, we needed the correction.
Yeah. Yeah. I prefer a more balanced market.
Yeah, I do too. And
Yeah.
I think that people, really, I think Boise is a great place, but we need the younger people to be able to afford to buy homes here.
Right.
And, just the regular people that work here. I mean, somebody making $25 an hour here is not able to afford a $550,000 home.
Wow.
And that is the average. So it's going
Wow.
to come down. It'll be interesting to see next month what the statistics say. I'm thinking that the statistics won't really reflect what's happening because we just started this downward trend about 3 weeks ago.
It's so fast.
It's really fast. It's too fast. It's very hard to price homes right now because nobody really knows what's going on. So we're telling sellers to price between 5 and 10% below what they were going to list for,
Right.
and hoping to get those offers up as they come in.
Wow. Now the average price in Boise, is that about 600,000 or 500?
It's about 589, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
I just looked up the active listings, and funnily enough, the median price of the active listings is 659. But we have a lot more $1 million homes on the market than we ever have had, and those
Right.
homes are sitting. I have a
Yeah.
$2.5 million listing on the market right now, and that is sitting.
Yeah. Well, that's really in any
And that
market.
skews the average.
Yeah. But in any market, the luxury or the highest priced homes, those are going to generally linger, right?
Linger.
There's not that many people
Yes,
who can afford them,
right,
right?
exactly.
So the average, so I mean, I don't like the word average, but if somebody's paying 589 in your market, how big of an impact is the interest rate on the affordability there?
It's huge because it's 5% now. Let's just say it's 5%, 5.25, and it was 3%, 6 months ago or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So it's almost double the payment.
Jeez.
Yeah. So a client of mine just bought a $650,000 house. They paid $689 for it last year, and we got it for $650. And their payment is going to be, with principal, interest, and taxes, $4,000 a month
Oh boy.
at 5%.
Yeah. I like using my wife's a lender, and I'll go to her website and share that with people. Like if you,
Mhm.
for example, if you pay $750,000 at 4% interest,
Right.
right, your payment is this, your principal and interest is this.
Right.
If you're at 5% or 5.25, here's your payment. So
Right.
which would you prefer?
Right. So our taxes have gone up 33% as well. So that is impacting the payment
Wow.
because of the price increase. So at some point, I think my personal taxes went up 25%, but a lot of people are seeing a 33% increase.
So explain that to me a little bit more. What does that mean? Are you talking about income tax or property taxes?
Property taxes.
And that's because of state and county increases or just value?
They are based on the latest sales price, and then they do averages in the neighborhood. So that's how they come up with that. So I've owned my house for a really long time.
Right.
I've owned my house for about 18 years. So it's not going to go up as fast.
Mm-hmm.
But if you bought your house, it's going to go up more.
Got it.
Here. But we'll have a correction next year if we do have a market correction here, which looks like we're heading into.
Uh-huh.
And quite frankly, I think it's going to be healthy.
Yeah. So
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
If we can just muddle through. I priced out a house yesterday, for example, at 839 based on some actives in the neighborhood. I just opened my computer to send those listings to my clients, and they'd been reduced to 800. So
that was quick.
That was quick. So, but I don't think the market, we're not going to tank. We're just going to have a bigger correction than most markets in the United States because we went up so high.
Right.
So this will put pricing back about a year and 3 months.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I just, the people feel like it's a huge dramatic change.
Right.
And we have to listen. Well, I don't have to, but we listen to the experts. We listen to people who collect data from the top sources around the United States.
Right.
What's going to happen to interest rates? What's going to happen to home values? Right. The indicators are such that we still have a lack of inventory. Right. Mm-hmm. When we have a lack of inventory, prices generally stay constant or they'll inch up a little bit. Right. Depending upon who you listen to, we might have appreciation. With Fannie, Freddie, et cetera, they're forecasting between 4 and 7 or 4 and 8%, I believe, appreciation across the United States. Okay. Right. So that's still good news. Your house is still allegedly going to be worth more this time next year if all goes well.
Right.
Right.
And we went up 30% in the past year. So we're just going to roll that back now. Yeah. So that's all it is. But, it's a hard market for sellers to swallow that pill. Yeah. But really, we all have to get back to the fact that our house is not our savings account.
Yeah. Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, right, Alison? Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So I was going to sell some property this year, and I'm not going to now. I'm just going to hold on to it.
Yeah.
I do believe in this market. But for people that are relocating here, it'll be good news.
Yep. Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah.
Yep. But
it's a great place to live. I'm going up to the mountains today for the night. I can get there in 2 hours. And so
nice. Is this a cabin type of place or?
No, my daughter lives in McCall. So I'm just going to go visit her and her kids and go swimming in the lake for the day.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's warm enough to do that?
Yeah, it's 75 degrees here. And it should be 70 up there. As a heated pool, and we're going to go to a pool in the lake. So yeah, it's warm enough, definitely.
Great.
Yeah.
Very good. It's interesting. I wonder how many communities Gary forecasts or took a deep dive into.
Boise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the main hub, here. And then Canyon County follows us by $100,000 less. And that is going down a little bit, but not as much. I predict that will stay fairly stable.
Wow. A couple of months ago, you mentioned a community that had gone up like $50,000 in a very short period of time, and it was more rural. Is it maybe it was 30, 40 miles out of Boise?
Yes. So Payette and Fruitland, those types of market, which are they have really gone up. I sold a house there for $259 in January. They didn't close just due to some different things. The seller couldn't close before May. By the time we went to closing, the house was worth $310.
Nice. I like that. Now let's talk about appraisals for a moment. I've had 5 appraisal issues in a row
Uh-huh.
locally.
So with our market going down, we don't have enough data for the appraisers to be able to mark them down.
Oh,
So everything is appraising over right now.
wow.
So we are in a really funny gap. We don't have any, because it's gone down so quickly, we don't have any data.
Yeah.
So I just sold the house that I sold last week for $650. The appraisal came in at $670.
Yeah. See, ours, we don't have data that suggests that the prices are coming down, are being
Yeah.
reduced. And
Yeah.
the appraisers, the 5 in a row, the appraisals have come in at less than the asking price.
Yeah,
And forget doing a rebuttal nowadays.
I know.
15 years ago, I was really good at getting results with a rebuttal. Nowadays, forget it.
You can't do it.
They're just like, no.
Right. So the
Our report stands.
The good thing in our market is that sellers are negotiable. We're not taking appraisal waivers right now, and they're doing inspections.
Yeah. The nature of the business is so different in different parts of the country. It's amazing.
I know.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I have a friend that's in Kearney. I think she's living in Kearney, Nebraska.
Uh-huh.
And she's being outbid on single family. She's trying to buy an investment property for her and her family.
Mm-hmm.
And they're $380,000 homes.
Mm-hmm.
And she was texting me. She was saying people are removing their inspection contingency.
Well, we had that here. There's one area of town. I talked to a realtor yesterday. There's one area of town, southeast Boise, that is still getting over asking prices, and I don't know why. It's a little bit of a more settled, it's by the river, things like that. So we're still seeing over asking there, but the majority of houses are going down here.
Yeah. Wow. Well, yeah. I think if you sharply price whatever it is, regardless of the home, regardless of the market, if you look at the data and you make your best estimate, right? And I do my best I encourage my sellers to go a little bit lower than what's happening in the marketplace.
Yeah, we're going about 5% lower right now.
Yeah. And 5% on 600%, that's a $30,000 difference approximately.
Right.
Yeah.
But most sellers have made a $200,000 gain.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I know.
That must suck for them. And all the taxes they have to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this is awesome. Well, Alison, anything else?
I think we're good. Today is a beautiful day in Boise, and I encourage people to come and think about buying here again, because the market is going to go down, and it's become a lot more reasonable.
Right. Well, from those of us in California, find your pricing super reasonable as it is.
Right.
At its height.
We're on sale right now.
Awesome. Well, Alison, as always, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great
for
day.
visiting, and we'll see you next month.
All right.
All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions at all about any of the cities that we talk about on the show, just drop us a DM, give us a call, send us an email. It's your choice.